Hey, so today we're talking about Hawaii, my employees being Fugaze, and how to stay creative. Are you ready? Welcome to the Say Michael podcast. Yeah, hold up. We here right now. What's up? You know where we at? Say Michael podcast, one man's attempt at business, family, and comedy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's episode 69. Get it? Episode 69, we get nasty on them. And you know what I'm talking about? Man, the episode's getting really nasty on them on 69. Was good, but hey, I got to share with y'all. We back from Hawaii, if you don't already know. And wow. Wow. Hawaii, if you haven't been, I recommend. Let me tell you this. A wise old man once told me, he said, Michael, paradise is not where you're at. Paradise is in the mind. I said, paradise is in the mind? You're right. It's about perspective. But when I got to Hawaii, I was like, nah, this is paradise right here. This right here is paradise. This place is perfect. When I say perfect, I'm talking about beach sand like it was like powdered sugar. I'm talking about the people, extra chill, extra aloha. Man, fruit, extra fresh. Man, let me look. Even where we're at, we sat at the Hyatt, and I know it's not crazy fancy, but we're right there between all this shopping, walking distance from the beach. Wow. I'm talking about people were so cool down there. They didn't care about where you're from. Well, they did care about where you're from. They don't care about what you did. They don't care about what money you got. It's just about good vibes. And like, you know, me and Bly, we rented scooters. And then, we rented a scooter. She's on the back and we just ride around like some locals. We ride around the city like some locals, checking out the local mansions, checking out the streets, throwing the aloha up. Oh, it was a great time. But, you know, we also did zip lining, which was, wow. When I say scary, like very scary. And I thought, okay, when we started the zip line, they said, all right, we're going to go through the first one. I didn't know the first one was a tester. So when we did the first one, I was like, whoa, now that right there is scary. If any of them are like that, I'm out of here. But when I say that tester, which was about like 100 feet, no. We were going from corner to corner, mountain to mountain. It was scary. I'm talking about every time. And then, you know, when you like, you're in the scaredness or whatever, and like you're midway through a zip line, if you ever did it, and you said, you know what? Just calm down and enjoy yourself. It couldn't happen. It was too scary. I felt like it was so, you couldn't see anything below. It was just frightening. And but I did learn a lot in Hawaii. I want to share with you all. The biggest thing I learned is that I'd rather make money than spend money, because in Hawaii, all I did was spend money. That was it. Just spending. I get why they get you there, so you can just spend. Even the taxes are less. So I get their ploy, you know, and also how important it is to be still. And what I mean by that, I'm talking about uninterrupted peace, where you don't worry about what's happening in the office. You don't worry about what's happening at home. You just focus on having a good time and just continuing the good vibes, because, man, I've never been that still in a very long time. And it had me questioning a few things. Like, it didn't have me backtracking on anything, but it had me questioning, like, okay, is my life supposed to be this busy, or is it supposed to be like this, extra chill? This is how life should be. You know, I was like, man, is this how it is to retire? That's what I was thinking. I was like, man, this is the most still I've ever been, most chill, most laid back since I've ever started my business. And that's maybe why I fell in love with Hawaii. But we will be back. Definitely will be back. You know, but when I got back from Hawaii, wow. When I said I got slammed back into work, I'm talking about we got in, I'm super jet lagged. The next morning, I'm needed for all these emergencies that happened while I was gone. 7 a.m. I only had like 3 hours sleep. I'm jet lagged. I'm tired. I'm just coming back from like a hard trip. I needed more time off. And that right there, right when I got back, I'm talking about super cray. It was super cray. But you know, it's all good because when I got back, the first thing I did was floss. Because I stay flossing every day, every night. That's the first thing I did when I got back. I said, look, it's all good. Popped out the floss, cleaned out the teeth, and stayed fresh. But yeah, that was it was pretty scary. Coming back and just getting hit with all these different things. I was like, is this my life? I've never been this busy. I'm like, I went from completely still to being so busy, I can't even breathe. 2-hour night sleeps for the next 3 days, 4 days. What is going on? I just felt like I just built my business wrong, or I built everything wrong. I was like, what is my life? This is crazy. So yeah, it's pretty wild. But let me tell you why my employees are so fugaze. Look, right before I left to Hawaii, we hired the new detail manager by the name Terry. Spit out the paperwork, went through the intros, did everything. So we was ready right when we came back, because I was coming back Thursday. So I said, let's start on Friday. No, I was coming back Friday morning. So I said, let's start on Friday afternoon. That was a bad idea. But either way, I was like, are we coming back? You know, got the new detail manager. I got all the keys locked in. Everyone's in the right place. I'm just ready, because this is like the guy who's the second half of me, other than my executive assistant, which is Taylor. This gentleman was going to be like, he was a home run. First off, I was blown away by this guy. When we did the interview process, I'm saying things, we're vibing. This guy's 6'9", 26, young dude, super cool. And I said, this is the right energy right here. And he was just ready. He said, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, Michael. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll be here on Friday ready. I was like, let's go. So I'm over here chill in Hawaii, knowing when I get back, I'm gonna have more help, right? So then, you know, I said, hey, let's move from Friday. Let's do it to Monday. And he said, okay, it's all good. Let's move to Monday. So moved it to Monday. And then, you know, so like I told you, I got back and I'm super slammed. So then Monday hits. He's supposed to meet at 9 a.m. at Chase Tower, which is downtown Dallas, right? So I get there and I'm waiting for him. I don't see him. So I text him. I was like, hey, where you at? Are you on the way? He says, no. I said, okay, question mark. He says, I'm actually at home with the kids and my wife is out looking for a job. So I'm confused. I was like, I don't get what this whole new attitude or whatever's happening. So I tried calling him. He didn't answer. I said, can you talk? He said, not right now. I have a bunch of screaming kids around me, but as soon as I get available, I'll give you a call. I was like, oh, okay. This is an L. I already said, all right, he's done. That's messed up. Acting like this on the first day. Okay. So, you know, I kind of closed that chapter, but I have to admit, I was hella disappointed. I was super disappointed just because I was already so busy. I knew I was going to get more help, and he was a key factor to like scaling. And I was like, man, we finally got it. He's here. And the fact that he didn't show up, and I felt like he was a perfect guy, I was super disappointed. I was down. You know, I wouldn't say depressed, but I was down for at least 2 days. I was like, man, so disappointed because it just seemed so perfect. But then, you know, on Thursday, this next upcoming Thursday, you know, and this is again, he didn't show up on that Monday. So he said he was going to call me, but he didn't. So Thursday happened, and it's like Thursday evening, I get a random call. And I was like, okay, hello, it's Michael. I said, hey, how you doing, Michael? It's Terry. I was like, oh, okay. What's going on, Terry? Hey, let me go ahead and be honest. I apologize for not being accountable and not showing up on Monday. That was on me. I was like, okay. But, you know, you said like, you know, you already had the job. You already kind of like, you know, didn't show up. Like, what was the reason? It kind of threw me off a little bit. He's like, I just got to be honest, you know, like I just got a little bit nervous and I just didn't want to, scared to show up. And I just want to call you as a man. I want to call you as a man and just say, hey, hey, I'm here. I said, well, let me tell you this. The way you communicated, the way you kind of did the whole thing, I ain't gonna lie. It came off as a little like lazy because you didn't really put the effort in for a job that you already had. It just comes off as a little lazy. And guess lazy was a trigger word, right? Because he was like, oh, okay, can I share something? Can I share something with you? I was like, okay, sure. I was like, hold on. I got a call coming in. Switch on the other line. It's my wife. I said, hey, Bly. All right, I got Terry on the other line. Just be quiet. Look, this isn't proper protocol, but I wanted her to hear this. I was like, just be quiet. Put it on mute. I'm just going to switch you over. She's like, okay. Switched over. And I was like, hey, so go ahead. He's like, so, my relationship with my dad is pretty crazy. And, he don't help nobody, man. He don't help nobody. And all I need is help. I got two kids and one on the way. I am scared. I just need some help. I just need the mentorship. I just need someone to just care about me. And I just got off the phone with my dad, and I just talked to my dad, and I was trying to just ask for help. And look, I don't ask him for help all the time, but I asked him for help. And he said, no, I can't help you. You always ask for help. You're lazy. And he called me lazy. And I said, I don't want no one thinking about me as a lazy person. I don't want to be that person. And no one cares about me. And that's why I thought this job was perfect for me, Michael. Yeah, I thought this job was perfect for me, Michael. And the fact that I messed up a good opportunity, I apologize. I'm like, oh man, are you okay? I'm all right. I just knew that meeting you was a blessing in my life, and that I finally have somebody who cares and who can mentor me and show me a better way, because I didn't have that growing up. I didn't have my daddy there. I didn't have everybody like that there. And I got 200 kids on the way. And I'm scared, Michael. And I'm scared. And I was like, well, oh, look, you're strong. You got it. Are you here? He's like, yeah, I'm here. I was like, look, let me think about this, and I'll give you a call right back. Can you stay next to the phone? He says, yeah, I'll stay right next to the phone. I was like, I'll call you right back. All right, cool. So I'll get off the other line. Get off the line. Now Bly's on the line. I was like, Bly, did you hear that? And she's like, you need to hire that man. He needs you. I'm like, I don't know about it. Usually when you cry like that, it means something's off with him. Means he's hella desperate. And she's like, no, like, he just needs the right help. He needs the right guidance. Look, he can't start off as a manager, but you could definitely hire him as a detailer. Just like starting from the bottom. I was like, okay, well, oh, look, he's texting me. So I'm looking at the text, and I said, look, he's texting me right now. He says, hey, Michael, I'll do whatever it takes to get this job back. And then the next text was right after that was, even if I have to start as a detailer from the bottom, I'll do whatever it takes. So I said, ding, ding, ding. He said the right words, Bly. I'm about to call him back. And, so then I got the phone with her, called him back, and I said, hey, Terry. Yes, sir. I said, are you okay? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Did you get my text messages? I was like, yeah, I got your text messages. And yeah, okay. I'm willing to take you back. Oh, yes. That's him. Yes. I was like, yes, I'm willing to take you back. But we have to start as a detailer. Yes, whatever it takes, sir. Whatever it takes, I am there for you. I am there. I'm like, okay. So when are you available? When are you available to start? I'm available tomorrow, sir. Just tell you when. Just tell me the time. I said, you tell me. Okay, 12 o'clock tomorrow, sir. 12 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Let's start up. I'm excited, and welcome to the team, Terry. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I was like, all right, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much again. Thank you. And he hung up. And then, so I'm like, okay, at least can start him in a detailer. He's going through a lot of emotions, a lot of things are going on in his family. He has a lot of changes. Like this is gonna be a time for me to kind of see how he performs, and then we'll like take it from there, right? So so the next day is Friday. So I'm like, all right, let me get there. I'll get the chase where we're supposed to meet. And so about like 11:50, and then 12 o'clock hits, and then I'm like, I look around and he didn't show up. He didn't show up. This guy who was crying on the phone saying, thank you so much for the opportunity, didn't even show up on his time. Now y'all see why people be fugaze? Crocodile tears? You think I'm supposed to take that? Come on now. I knew something was up with that guy. I knew something was up. I ain't heard from him since. I ain't heard a word from him since. Been almost a month. Jesus Christ. Man, that guy crying on the phone. He couldn't even talk. Like his throat. He had a frog in his throat. You could hear the tears, dropping from his eyeballs. Man. And he didn't even show up. And I don't even know what's going on with this guy right now. But, they always say, if someone showed you who they are, believe them the first time. And look, the first time I was like, hey, it's an L. Super disappointed. Then I finally got closure when he called me back, because I'm like, all right, because I'm thinking, what the hell did I do wrong? That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, what did I go wrong in the hiring process? This guy was perfect. And now we got to go back to the drawing board and hire from scratch again. But I hired somebody else in his place who's ultra awesome, great guy. And we've been up ever since. We got new websites going. Our new website's up, thewaterboysinc.com. Check it out. Link in the bio. You know what I'm saying? We got new hires, more hires. And we're on a big growth plan right now. The last key, which I started today, which was the marketing and branding. The marketing and branding is about to come out. Change is coming. But, you don't get your hopes too high up, because that's where you get disappointed, because it's really stressful when things are like changing really fast and you're making investments and you're just trying to look into the future, to be a leader. And sometimes the hard part is being a leader even when you don't feel like it. And that's the hard part. Waking up sometimes when you're tired, or waking up, feeling down because, I'm a weather dependent business and it's pretty rainy in Dallas right now. And when it rains like this in Dallas, you can say, come on and bring on the depression, because the business slows down, everything changes. But look, you got to stay creative. You got to stay applying pressure and preparing for when the sun comes out. That's what you got to do. So that means you got to get all your ducks in a row. And that's what I've been doing. And we got a great team, amazing team. And I'm just looking forward to the future, and, doing big things. I hope you follow me along on my journey, as I would like to follow along on yours. As you know, the next portion of this conversation is a conversation with me and my beautiful wife. And this is the first conversation we had fresh out of Hawaii. And someone said the right way to say Hawaii, it was Hawaii. I said, Hawaii? He said, yeah, everything that's said with a W is actually pronounced V. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so Hawaii, we're talking about that, talk about how it went, gonna get her side of it. But look, I appreciate you for joining me. You already know I love you, and I look forward to more. Let's talk later, but right now, it's me, myself, and my beautiful wife, Bly. I'll see you later. Peace out. What's going down?
Hey, what's going down?
Oh my God.
I miss saying that.
Yeah, we need some beats so we can make it like a theme song.
Oh, don't get me started with the beats, because you know I can drop some beats.
You can't. You want to do a freestyle?
Nah, I don't want to do a freestyle. I don't want to embarrass myself.
Yeah, I know. That'd be funny. We start battling for real.
I know, right? I'll win.
How you doing?
I'm good.
You feel good?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Oh, why you say kind of?
Y'all know I be stressed.
Are you stressed?
No, not really. A little bit, but not really.
How does that work?
I don't even know. See, I'm stressed.
How you get back from vacation and now you stressed?
No, we had such a nice vacation. We need a vacation from the vacation we just had. Let's just stay on vacation, so we just ignore like all real life problems, like bills and like kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, no.
Let's just be just me and you. Let's just take over the world.
And escape? That's what you're trying to say?
Yeah,
Escape?
let's just go backpacking. Just go backpacking throughout the whole entire world.
Does that sound fun to you?
No, indeed, no.
No, backpacking?
No, that don't sound fun.
Did it ever sound fun to you in the past?
No, I don't. The whole hopping from hotel to hotel or hostel to hostel or
living on the rough.
Yeah. And, sleeping in tents and all that, putting your thumb out so you could jump in an 18-wheeler so they could take you to your next destination. Like, I'm not trying to do all that.
Why are you explaining it the whole way? Like,
I don't know. That's what I just imagine. I just imagine it being that way.
Man, imagine you end up like getting shot or stabbed or something like that. Like, no, if you
I
get
could
picked
imagine
up,
that happening.
you could?
Yeah,
I know. And then just like, no one really knows.
I mean, if you get picked up, it's like, it's kind of like a 50-50 chance you might die. So if you're willing to take that chance, then just
But backpacking is usually like a European thing, right?
I mean, that's what they say. But I feel like you can go backpacking anywhere, right? Even within the states, if you just go from like state to state, that's kind of the same thing.
Like the Grand Canyon?
Yeah, right.
Would you backpack over there? No.
I'm not backpacking nowhere.
I never even been to the Grand Canyon.
You haven't? I think I have. Is that where like the Hoover Dam is? I've been to Hoover Dam.
See, now you asked me too specific.
I know,
don't
sorry,
know.
I don't know. But I've been there before. But I don't know if maybe I haven't been to the Grand Canyon. Or maybe I did because we drove, when we were younger, we used to drive everywhere. So we drove to like California. We drove Wisconsin. I mean, we drove everywhere.
In like a station wagon or like what y'all driving?
Like in a van, like a Dodge Caravan. My mom, she would just get so stressed out, and then she would just be like, all right, y'all, we're going on a family trip. And we would just drive.
Just hop in the car and go.
Yeah. I mean, she would plan it, but.
Oh, I mean, y'all have all the clothes, you have all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. We'll be packed up, and then we'll just drive. We drove everywhere.
Yeah, like, where are we going?
Yeah, we just drove everywhere. So we got to like see all the different, what is it? 8 wonders of the world?
Oh, yeah, I did?
And maybe not all of them, but I think Grand Canyon. I'm sure I've seen the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
But I don't have a great memory, so I don't be remembering stuff like this.
You know the movie Joe Dirt? Oh, well, there's a movie called Joe Dirt, and there's a part where he was abandoned at the Grand Canyon.
Oh, really?
And then someone saw him in a picture, and that's kind of where it came from.
I never seen it. Is it 8 wonders of the world? How many is it?
I think it's 9 wonders of the world.
Damn. See, I don't be knowing.
But 8 of them aren't in America, I don't think.
Oh, for real?
I think it's all over the world. 8 wonders of the world.
True. So only one, the Grand Canyon, is that one of them?
I think that is. And then another one's like
the pyramids. Look at you. You be reading my mind.
And then maybe the other one's like a Aurora Borealis.
Oh.
Yeah, to know the 9. What are the 9? It's like Siri. No, but,
some people have those bucket lists where it's like, I want to visit like the 9 wonders of the world. I'm not even interested in all that. I don't know why.
Oh, they're not even like, these aren't the ones that I heard of.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So
these are all like temples and gardens and Colossus of Rhodes. Oh, the Great Wall of China, the Colosseum,
yeah.
Taj Mahal.
Wait, where's the Colosseum? I think I've seen that. Where is that?
The Colosseum. Mm-hmm. That is.
Is it in Turkey?
In Rome.
Oh no, I didn't go to Rome. Never mind. Take that back.
Oh, and all the other ones were just like statues. Statue of Zeus at Olympia.
Ooh, that's kind of dope.
Oh, you talking about another trip?
Well, you know what I'm saying. I'm already packed. Look, no, I'm just kidding. We already unpacked. We unpacked the day we got here, right? Or the next day or something like that, which usually never happens. It takes us a couple of days to unpack. Sometimes, well, it's funny because we went to New Orleans last month, and then when it was time to go to Hawaii, your stuff was still packed from New Orleans like a month later. So yeah, it takes us a long time to unpack, but we did it like the day we got back,
the same time.
we unpacked and we got it done.
What'd you think about the trip?
The trip was fantastic, y'all. If y'all ever get a chance to go to Hawaii, definitely go.
I hear a lot that
Man.
it's people's favorite place to go.
Really?
And now I'm finding out why, but I want to hear what you think.
Yeah, I think out of every single vacation I've ever been to, this is my top. This is number one.
Number one.
Number one, Honolulu. It was just so beautiful. I mean, the weather was perfect. The food was great. The people were so nice. The location where we stayed, the hotel was walking distance
Perfect.
to everything. Shopping, restaurants, the beach. You know, we did everything. We did everything. We had so much fun. It was like the best. The only thing was the time difference, you know, adjusting to that. Because I was waking up at like 5:30 in the morning and I was wide awake. Even you were waking up early. You were up at like 7:30 and we were out the hotel at like 8:30 every day.
Yeah, look, I'm like staying in the bed as long as I can, just trying to get all the rest I can. And then I wake up, it's like 7:30. I'm like, what's going on?
I know. We were like up and we had breakfast and we were out the hotel before 9 o'clock. And then we did so much. By the time it hit noon, we like, dang, we did so much already. It's like, what else should we do?
Exactly.
You know, it was like our days were so much longer. So we had so much fun. We did zip lining. You did zip lining for the first time.
That zip lining was something serious.
That was crazy, right?
That was wild.
That was crazy.
It was very scary.
It was scary.
I didn't think it was going to be, I thought it was going to be super simple and you just go from one spot to the other.
No, it wasn't that at
But
all.
when you're going from one corner of a mountain to another corner.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And there's a forest under it and you can't see below.
Yeah.
Woo!
And not only that, it was where they had us doing different obstacle courses. You know, we had to like walk on a shaky bridge to get to the other zip lining, or we had to, you know, they were like, okay, well, on this zip line course, not only is it the longest, but you got to go backwards. Like, come on now, and upside down.
One of them you had to climb.
Yeah, we had
all
to
the way
climb.
up with this rope. It's like, wow.
Then we had to do like kind of like a bungee jump kind of
Yeah.
sort of one. We did that like twice. Like that was crazy. They had us doing all kind of crazy stuff, but it was so much fun. It was just like such a great experience.
It
I
was
was
beautiful.
so glad we did that because we didn't plan. We literally didn't plan anything. But of course, me being the person that I am, I'm like, okay, we're not going to plan anything. We're just going to go there, relax, have fun, and just figure out what we want to do. And as soon as I get there, I'm like, okay, I haven't planned anything. I need to start figuring out what we need to do. And you were just like, relax, like calm down, you know? And I'm just like freaking out because I'm like, I don't want it to be like a boring vacation. You know, but it ended up working out where we just got into all kind of crazy stuff and we just had so much fun.
Yeah, it was fun. We got on the scooter.
Yeah.
And we started going around the whole town.
Man, that was so dope. Oh my God. We saw beaches that we probably wouldn't have never seen had we not do that. We got on 2 different type of scooters, right?
Yeah. We got on the one that you stand up individually. That was on the day before we left.
Yes. No, you're right. Yes.
And then the day before that, that's when we got on the actual ride scooter where
Yep.
you're like behind like a motorcycle.
Yeah, exactly. And the guy that we rented the motorcycles from, he was so funny. He was just like, hey, I'm going to tell y'all that it's illegal for 2 people to be on a bike. I'm just telling you, yeah, it's just illegal. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I was just like,
Yeah.
So are you telling us not to do it or are you telling us to do it? He's just like, I'm just telling you it's illegal. That's it. And he was like, don't ride on the sidewalk because you're going to get a ticket. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's on y'all.
That's on
You know,
y'all.
like, you just say, hey, I'm new here. I didn't know. And then you
Exactly.
just go.
And that's it. But we didn't get pulled over. We didn't get stopped. And, you know, we just stayed in the bike lane. But we had so much fun.
Yeah.
I mean, the beauty in Hawaii. Oh, my God.
Yeah, the food was great. The people were so nice.
It was so nice. Yeah.
And, you know, it was like weird. It wasn't like crazy packed.
No, it really wasn't. I think we went at the perfect time.
Yeah, even
know?
when you go around in your street, like right when you leave our street, there's like Gucci, Yves Saint
Oh,
Laurent,
man. Everything.
restaurants like crazy. I'm like, this is like we were right in the best spot.
The
period.
best. I mean, the location was prime, was primo. It was just like the best. You can walk, I mean, to the beach. It was like 2 minutes. To all the restaurants, the shopping, like 2-3 minutes. I mean, it was like the heart of downtown. So it was perfect.
Yeah, and what'd you think about the flight? You said it was 8 hours there.
Yeah, the flight we did 8 hours there, which we got lucky because I booked the morning flight. So we flew out at like 9:30 in the morning, but because of the time difference, we got there at noon.
Which is like a 5-hour time difference from
from here
Central
to Dallas.
Standard to
Whatever we are.
Pacific,
Central,
whatever they
Eastern.
were.
Yeah, whatever they are.
Honolulu time.
Yeah, I know, right? So it was like a 5-hour difference, but it was an 8-hour flight. So because we landed at noon, we had the entire day. And then when it was time to fly out, I booked it at 8:30 that night. So we still had the entire day. And then got to the airport and we did an overnight flight. So we flew out Thursday night, but we arrived Friday morning. So I slept the entire flight. I was like, as soon as we got on, I put a movie on, but I knew I wasn't going to last. I was so tired. I slept the entire flight. And then when we landed, it was morning time. So even though the jet lag, I mean, it definitely kicked in though.
Yeah, it did.
Big time. But it was, if y'all ever get a chance to go to Hawaii, like do it. I mean, I want to go back, but maybe try a different island for sure.
I know. What's up with the other ones? Are they
There's
better or something? Different?
Yeah, Maui and all. Yeah, they're different. So people like different islands for different reasons. But I mean, I would love to just go to all of them.
Yeah.
Just to say we've been to all of them.
When we first got there, I was watching Mission Impossible, and I was halfway through, and I'm like, man, I wish they could just like kind of go around one more time just so I could finish watching this movie.
Not one more time. Heck no. I ended up watching, how many movies did I watch? I think on the way there, I watched like 3 movies, 2.5 movies. So I was ready to get off the plane.
Yeah, the flight wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't bad at all. I took my little motion sickness pills. I took that like 30 minutes before we flew out. That kicked in ASAP. And I had a cup of coffee and that was good. I wasn't nervous because usually when we on a plane, look, y'all, as I get older, I don't know. I just don't like planes. So whenever we fly, you know, I'm like digging my nails into you. And so this time, I don't think I grabbed you at all. I was just chilling. I was good. I was good the entire time there and back. I didn't have a slight of like any anxiety at all. Even when there was like turbulence, I didn't even care.
When we were heading back on the plane, I was like, oh, there's a lot of balloons and confetti. Like, what's going on? It's like, oh, this is the captain's last flight. I was like, oh, for real? Well, what's the occasion? He's like, he's retiring. I was like, oh, so this is his last flight. It's like, yeah. I was like, oh, well, better hope it's a good one. He's like, yeah, better be. I was like, what? He's like, it will be a good one.
I know.
I was like, or what?
Right. It's like he wanted to make a joke about the plane going down, but he was like, I can't make a joke about a plane going down on the plane. So you can hear him pause, and then he like had to change his joke. He was like, yeah, I can't make that joke.
It was too funny. And then I was glad to hear, because I was thinking that, I was like, what if he just had it and this is his last opportunity to just.
Heck no.
So then it says his wife was on the plane.
His
I was
family.
like, okay, cool, that's cool.
Yeah, his family was on the plane with them.
Both his kids were on the plane too.
Yes.
I was like, oh, okay, we are good.
We are good. And then he was like, he had 3 kids. One of them couldn't make it. He was like, he tried his hardest, but he couldn't make it. And it was crazy because I really got so emotional as we were landing because the captain actually got on the mic and started speaking. You might have been, you probably heard. But yeah, he was speaking. He was just so thankful. I guess once you turn 65, they force you to retire. So he's been flying for like 30, I think he said 36 years or something like that. And so he was getting emotional. You can hear his voice cracking up. And I was like, oh, bawling. I was just like, oh my God. You know, he was like, my wife is here with me, my kids. You know, he was just like, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I was like, oh my God, this is too hard. Like,
yeah,
I was getting so emotional. And then when we were leaving, you saw him, he you know, told everybody thank you. And he, you know,
was special. Yeah,
it was so special to be on his last flight. I mean, he ain't gonna remember us and we ain't gonna remember him, but it was just super dope to have that experience, you know, with the pilot or whatever. So it was kind of cool.
Yeah, overall it was a great experience.
It was a great experience.
Did we stay there long enough, or you think?
I know. We were like, man, we should stay one more day. We that last day, we soaked up every single minute. We was like,
what are we gonna do?
Let's go here, let's go there, let's go to the beach, let's go. Like I mean, every minute that we had left before it was time to go to the airport, we used that minute, you know, wisely. But yeah, we had one more. I think one more day would have been good. It would have been extremely perfect. But you know, it was great.
Then you came back to pure chaos. How much stuff did you know what I mean? Like, it makes you think a little bit, right?
Yeah, it does. I mean, vacations are great, but like you escape what you're going through in real life to go on vacation. But then when you come back, you don't realize that you're put back in that same situation you just escaped from. So, you know, you got emails, you got text messages, you got work that you didn't do that you said I'm gonna do when I get back. You got laundry, you know what I mean? You got, it's just things on top of things on top of you playing catch up, and I'm still playing catch up. And it's been, when did we even get back? Friday. So yeah, it's been almost a week, and I'm already like, man, I'm tired. I feel like I need another vacation.
I know. It's like, I feel like I'm still on vacation.
I know. Well, you feel like you're still on vacation?
Yeah, like meaning like my body's still on rest mode.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
And like trying to like catch up to all the things I need to do.
Yeah.
It's like there's so many things, and I was just like, man, and it kind of made me realize like I didn't know I had this much stuff on my plate until like I left, and it wasn't like, look, I left in the right time, wasn't overly busy, nothing crazy happened,
right?
But like getting back to it, I was like, wow, I have this I want to do, and then I have to start this. I have to catch people up, and I'm hiring. It's like, whoa, this is
a lot.
And then you were just in chill mode. I was like, I wish I kind of like weaned into it.
Yeah.
Just not too, start, stop.
Right,
right.
Exactly.
I feel like, the treadmill, you've seen the commercial where they're running treadmills, like turn off, turn off. It felt like that. Like I was at full sprint, stopped, and then just got pure rest, and then I'm back at full sprint again.
I think that's what I did too. I think that's exactly what I did, because as soon as I clocked out from work on Friday, because we get a 9-day vacation, so as soon as I clocked out on Friday, I immediately like turned my work phone off, and then I didn't respond to any emails or text messages. Even when we flew out, I left my work phone at home. I purposely left it at home because I just didn't want to do anything with work. But then as soon as we landed in Hawaii, my manager's like texting me. I'm just like, oh, like I purposely left my work phone at home so I wouldn't have to deal with this, But luckily it wasn't anything too bad or anything. But it was like I just stopped everything immediately. And then once we got back and then turned the phone back on or charged it, because I think it ended up dying or whatever. And I was just like, man, look at all these emails and all these text messages.
It overwhelms you a little bit.
It overwhelmed me, because now I'm like, it took me up to today to finally respond to every single email and every single text message. And I was just like apologizing, like, I'm so sorry I was out for like 9 days. I didn't say vacation. I just said I was out, for
sorry,
a week.
I was out on a tropical island. And
no, I didn't say that. I just was like, sorry I was out for, a week, sorry for the late response. But yeah, it's so overwhelming. I mean, now I feel like I'm fully caught up a little bit. But even today, I'm off today. And my manager hit me up and he's like, hey, I need you to do boom, 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 boom. I'm going to go ahead and clock you in for today just for an hour just so you can get this stuff done. And I'm just like, man, even on my off day, I'm not even off, So hopefully tomorrow it'll kind of go back to normal. But I mean, it's Mother's Day this weekend. Pretty Pallets is busy. I'm booked and busy. So
how you feel?
I feel great.
Are you stressed about that too?
I'm stressed about that too.
Tell me how we're gonna work this out.
Oh man.
That you're back full 100%.
Yes.
And now you have to deal with the stresses of your business plus personal stresses. So, like, do you feel like this is gonna take a toll on you long term?
I feel like I'm talking to a therapist.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good stress though.
Yeah.
Because I know every time I do a picnic, I'm always stressed out before it. And then once I do it, I'm like, I love it. You know what I mean? So it's a good stress. I'm not even tripping. But it just sucks because not only am I doing a picnic, but I'm doing like some events where it's like a private event or like a dining event. So I'm doing tablescapes where I'm decorating the tables, and then I'm also doing picnics. So it's like you order your things in enough time for it to arrive in enough time to where it's like you can organize, you can start setting up a few days before the event. At least that's what I like to do. I don't like to do nothing last minute. And the fact that I ordered all this stuff more than a week ago and it still has not arrived is what stresses me out, because I'm like, all that stuff should have arrived by yesterday. And now we're like 4 days before the event and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. So I just.
But we're in weird times because also shipping is like it's a very stressed time in general for shipping, and it's Mother's Day weekend. Even on top of that, like you have shortage of like workers.
Exactly.
So just imagine how much stress they're trying to make these certain times, or to, it's like
exactly
how.
And with Amazon, I got Prime, so I could get stuff same day or next day, second day, and I ordered it more than 9 days in advance, just in case it takes 3 to 5 days to come, you know? So I'm like, at least if it comes 3 to 5 days, I still have another 4 days, you know, before the event. And now it's been 3 to 5 days and I'm looking at, okay, I got 4 days before the event. What am I going to do? But because I was off today, and luckily I was off today, which is my only off day before the events, I just went out and I just grabbed, you know, whatever I can. And I think
supermarket sweep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just grabbing stuff. Even I was telling you, I was like, man, I spent so much money today. But in the end, it's all going to be worth it. Like, what I have in my mind of what I want to do, it's going to come out beautiful. I feel like more beautiful than what I originally wanted it to be. You know, it is what it is. Like, it's in God's hands at this point.
Is it an art for you?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I see it in my brain. I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do. Okay, let me put it out on the table, and it comes out like that. Sometimes it comes out better, you know. And I mean, I'm sure a lot of people were staring at me in the grocery store today because I was talking to myself. I'll just be standing in the aisle and I'm just staring and I'm just looking up and I'm like, okay, I know I need this. If I do it like this, it's going to look, you know, people just kind of walking by with their basket like, is she okay? You know, but that's just me like coming up with the game plan. Like, okay, this is the colors. This is what they want. Okay, let me do da. You know? So, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to get it done. I mean, I'm just super thankful because this was all just an idea. And then people just started booking, you know, just based off me just doing out of thin air. And most of the people I don't even know, you know, I've never even met before. And and the funny thing is they don't even follow me on social media. So I'm like, how did y'all even find me? You know? So it just started with an idea, me just kind of practicing in our backyard and just posting that, you know, and then people are just like, okay, I'll book you. I'm like, for real? And then I tell them the price and they're like, okay. And they pay their deposit. I'm like, for real? Is that easy?
Is you know, the dope part about it is like, y'all booking like this, I don't even have everything together the way I want it.
I really don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the cold part about it. It's like, I just put it out there. It's not even the way I want it.
It's not.
And y'all are still locking in.
Exactly.
Like, you said, like imagine what it's gonna be. You know what I mean?
I mean, even my growth I see from my very first picnic. I know I was telling you about it, and I was pretty much talking down on my first table, and you were like, I'm not about to participate in this, Bly. And I'm like, I know I'm bashing myself, but I really do see the growth from my first table to now because, you know, my first table, I just piled it all on there. I was just like, I just want the whole entire table to just be covered up. I want them to know they got their money's worth. But then as time goes on, I realized that people don't want all that stuff on their tables. They want it to just be very simple, very beautiful, you know, fresh flowers, you know. So I realized to kind of like scale back a little bit. And so yeah, I'm learning, you know, every time we do a picnic, I'm just constantly learning about how I can, you know, grow and better myself. And people are booking, so I ain't tripping.
That's great that you're learning though, because that's like the best part is that something keeps you sharp, you know?
Every single time. I'm just like, I'll do something and then something happens. I'm like, well, I'll know what to do next time, you know? So every time we do a picnic, we always add something to it. And it's behind the scenes. People don't know what it is, but it's always something to better each experience. Because it looks easy just decorating the table, but it's really hard, you know, and it takes a lot of work behind the scenes, and that stuff is not light, you know, especially when you got to walk 5-10 feet, I don't know, however long, a mile, damn near half of a mile from where your car is parked to where the picnic is. Carrying that stuff is very heavy too. So, you know, we just figure it out as we go along.
I think all work, just so you know, I feel like all work, no matter the size, is hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
Like, I don't take any work, not even a little bit, for granted. So when I see something and it looks simple, I know there's so much hard work behind it.
Yeah, it's hard. Like and that's the thing. When I used to see pictures of picnics, I'm like, that's easy. I can do that. And then I started doing it. I was like, whoa, it kind of is easy because it is what I like to do. But then at the same time, it kind of is hard because it's a lot of research that you have to do, a lot of shopping, it sounds like fun stuff, you know, obviously, but you know, but it is work. Basically, it's work. I'm providing a service. I'm getting paid for it. It's work, you know. So I just happen to enjoy it at the same time.
That's the best, right?
It's the best, yeah.
Wow, you can't get any luckier.
I know. I feel extremely, extremely blessed. So, right now we're just working on that vehicle, thinking about getting a.
Don't even bring up that ugly car. It's not. Look.
Don't tell people what I want. Please don't tell them.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't want them judging me like you judge me.
I'm trying not to judge, but it's hard for me to, I'm like, I can't even see that in our garage. It's like, ew.
Well, I'm thinking about getting a vehicle for y'all who don't know, which is everyone, for my business, because the pallets are heavy and sometimes we have to take 2 cars depending on how many people are, hosting the picnic or, not participating, but, joining the picnic. So my car doesn't hold all of it. And so sometimes we have 2 cars, and I would rather just have one beautiful, nice vehicle.
You see how people act? Look, they start doing good and look how they act.
I know, I'm acting all,
You're like, well, now we're looking into different, modes of transportation to transport, supplies, equipment, on location, on site. It's like, okay, what are you, engineer over here?
Well, I'm just really proud of myself because my goal, honestly, was to do at least 2 picnics a month. Because I know I get a weekend off a month. So I was like, okay, well, the most I could do is 2. I could do 2 picnics a month. And the fact that like this month of April, I'm doing like almost, I think 7 or 8 picnics. I'm just like, dang, okay. I see you, Bly. So every month I'm just getting more and more and more. And then my champagne cart is doing really well too. People are wanting to rent that. So I'm just like, come with it. I'm ready.
Wow, look at you. You about to take over.
Well, BPP.
BPP, Bly Pallets.
What I'm saying? We take it all,
BPP hit different.
But yeah, I'm just really excited. So
are you ready for Mother's Day for yourself, being a beautiful queen?
I mean, Mother's Day is every day. You know what I'm saying? It's every day.
So I got to get you nothing. Look at
you. Well, no, I'm ready, but I'm working this weekend. Like, I don't have no days off. I'm off from Gucci on Sunday, on Mother's Day, but I have 2 events that day, so I'm working. But I'm excited.
Mother's Day is this upcoming
Sunday.
Yeah, and then when's Father's Day? Next month?
I think so. Father's Day is in June.
I think they canceled Father's Day.
I think they did cancel it. No. Father's Day is in June. I mean, we always do something special for you for Father's Day, but you got your gift already. Boy is Spurl, y'all. He's Spurl. But Father's Day it's always a good day. Every day is Father's Day. What you talking about?
Every day is Father's Day.
See what I'm saying?
Daddy's Day.
Oh God. Zaddy with a Z.
Yeah, have you seen that? Okay. Oh my. Okay, there's you see that situation that happened between like Yandy and Mendices?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't even think I watched the entire video. But I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, I think Angela Yee. Mm-hmm. She asked like hypothetically, if the shoe was on the other foot, and because Mendices, Yandy's husband, spent 8 years in jail.
Oh, it was that long?
I think it was like 8 years.
It might have been. Right? I don't know. I have no idea.
Maybe got off early. I don't know.
Good behavior.
Yeah, and then it said if the shoe was on the other foot, and Yandy, his wife, had to do 8 years in jail, would you hold her down?
Of course not.
And he was like, and she's kind of like panicking, like, because she's quiet, because she's like, I mean, what's up? He's like, I mean, I would think about that.
Oh my God.
And then
that's horrible.
Yeah, he's like, I have to think about that. He's like, what do you mean you have to think about that? And then she started crying, talking about people said, like, you're doing all this for him. Would he do this for you? And I said, yes, he would. Yes, he would. And now to hear, and then it switched back to him. He was like, what you want me to not tell you the truth?
Wow, that's horrible.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they got kids together too.
Yeah.
To think that you won't hold down like your baby's mom.
It's
your wife. That's crazy.
So you know what's funny? He says, to me, it's what it said. This is what it said to me. It's like, only a dummy would stay with a man like me, and I ain't no dummy. That's what he's trying to say. I ain't no dummy, so don't think I'm a dummy, because only a dummy can stay with me. That's what he's saying.
Crazy, but I don't know if she held him down. I have no idea, but she was there when he went in and she was there when he came out. So I don't know what happened in between, but it just kind of sucks that he said that because, she could have started a whole new life if she wanted to. 8 years is a long time.
Do you think for the sake that it was a hypothetical that he should have lied or just told the truth like he did?
I think he should. I think he should have told the truth, which he did. I think that's a really brave thing for him to say. But I know for her, in the back of her mind, now she's thinking like, damn, should I stay with him?
No, I think she's going to stay, but I think she's going to realize, like, I guess that's how ride or die I am, and maybe not anybody else towards me. I don't know.
I don't know, but that sucks though.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you do? Would you hold me down?
If you went to jail for 8 years? That's not even a long time.
I know. I mean, that is a long time though.
Yeah, but I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah, I mean, you were probably run the streets, and then when it's time for me to come back, you be like, hey, open arms, and we back to normal.
Half you went to jail, and then jail aged you by like 30 years. Then and you're there for like 5 years. I'm like, oh man, this is different.
You're like, is that your mom or is that you? Yeah, we probably wouldn't be together.
But have you went into jail and then came out and you like leveled up, like you started doing like model walks and,
oh my god! So this is kind of like Remy Ma and Papoose, because she was in jail for a long time, and then when she came out, he was right there, and she looked good too. She was better than what she did when she went in. So yeah, I wouldn't mind being a Remy Ma.
It depends on what you're going to jail for, right? Or no?
If I shank somebody.
Yeah.
Or if it was just like, I mean, if it was like a petty crime, like stealing or something.
Stealing or child endangerment?
No, that would never be the case.
I'd be like, I don't know if I'll visit like that. And I'm letting her go.
Well, I hope you hold me down because I'll hold you down. You know, I'm loyal. Loyalty is my middle name. By default, because that's just how I'm built.
No, I would hold you down.
You would?
No, 100%.
I don't know. I can't. I'm reading your face. I'm looking in them eyes, making sure you're telling the truth.
What does that mean? Holding down means like staying loyal, locking in, and not getting distracted.
Like he's stuttering, y'all.
No, I was just trying to make sure we're on the same
page. Well, I would hope so, especially because we are married and we have kids. I would think so. I would think that you would hold me down. But, you know, I'm going to be honest and I'm going to be fair and say if I'm in there for 8 years, I don't expect you to not be in the streets.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Because I got to be realistic.
I know you know, what's the worst part? You got to be a mother to your kids through the phone.
That's the worst.
You know?
And then they got to come visit you like once a month.
And you got to tell them like, you better listen to your daddy. He's like, they start rolling their eyes.
I know.
Don't roll your eyes at your mom.
And they already, Kenzo, he already rolls his eyes. Ugh, that little boy.
There's a time that if it got too long, it's like, I don't know, it has to be too bad. Like if it was like anything longer than like 10 years.
That's too long.
That's too long.
But you know, like Teresa and Joe Giudice on Real Housewives of New Jersey.
I think it was 4 years, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how long. No, she wasn't in jail that long. She was in jail. She probably did like almost 2 years. And, you know, he was there obviously. And then when she came out, he went in. And he was in there for probably like 3 or 4 years. But they ended up getting a divorce. When he came out, she was just like, I'm pretty much done.
Well, things change after that.
It does. Like,
and the way that it went down.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you know, she claimed she didn't know. And, you know, she signed papers without knowing what it was. And she trusted him. But when he went in, she was ride or die. But then after a while, she was just like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to be with him anymore. You know, because she started realizing, like, I mean, he was a great dad, but he was a crappy husband. You know, he would do stuff, cheating and all that stuff. And
if y'all trying to catch up, this is Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Yeah, this is like probably 2 seasons ago. I don't know what season. I haven't watched Real Housewives in a long time.
But Teresa, the main one.
The main one. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah,
you did.
Yeah, she was. They ended up going to jail for like fraud or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, money and
tax fraud.
Yeah, tax fraud. I think something like that. Yeah. So she went to jail first, and then when she came out, he went to jail. But yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, the husband held down the family while she was gone, because she wasn't gone that long. It had to been almost 2 years. Then when she came out, he went right in, and then she, you know, obviously she gonna hold the family down. But then when he came out, she was just like, I don't know if I want to be with you anymore, you know?
Wow.
And then I mean,
and he looked great. He looked better. He looked better.
Yeah, he lost a lot of weight. But if you combine that time, like let's say her 2 years and his 3 or 4 years, you're looking at about 5 years right there of not being with each other. That gives you time to grow apart, you know? Like you start realizing things about yourself that you never even knew. Like you just start figuring yourself out. And because they were together for so long, since like, I don't know, maybe college or something like that, you know, after 5 years of not being with somebody, you realize I could just do this on my own, you know, and I actually enjoy doing it on my own, but it kind of sucks, but you know.
This is kind of interesting because it makes you think about the whole Bill and Melinda Gates.
Oh yeah, they're separating too after like 27 years of marriage.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What does that say to you? And look, people are speculating, but what does it say, to you about them getting a divorce?
I mean, for me, I don't think it has anything to do with money, like zero, but I think that some people do grow apart. I think that, maybe they just don't have the same interests anymore. Maybe they don't communicate anymore. Maybe they just grew apart. And they said that they worked on their marriage for years. So it seems like that they had issues there. Maybe they just got to the point where they were just like, you know what, it's just not working. I
don't know if it's easy to be first. What I get from it, is that when you're trying to build something extremely big and great, you probably spend a lot of time away.
True.
Which that probably changes the dynamic of the relationship. But yet, he's been retired. So it's not as if like they haven't been together like that.
Right. But if he's been retired and he's at home, she's probably like, damn, I really like him more when he's away.
Probably.
She probably got so used to him not being there that when he's back, now that he's home, she's like, I don't really like this.
Yeah.
Some people get like that too. They just get used to you not being there and just popping in and out whenever, you can. And then now that you're retired and you're at home 100% and you next to me, you're just like, I don't really like this. I don't really like you as much as I thought I did.
There's a moment where I'm like, I wonder what it's like to live with Bill Gates, right?
I probably would hate it.
Look at this. There's a time where he's on there with someone's interviewing him, right? The host with the big beard. He used to be Late Night.
Oh, I can't remember.
But either way, it's on Netflix. But this might have been a special. Either way. So they're in the living room and he's making like a peanut butter jelly sandwich. The host, not Bill Gates. So he's talking to Bill Gates. And then he says, how would you like me to cut it? Straight or diagonal? And then Bill Gates said, perpendicular, please.
Oh, see that? Yeah, we couldn't be cool.
He said,
like, just answer the question, sir. I gave you two options.
Yeah, he said straight or diagonal. He said perpendicular, please. I was like, oh my God. If that was me, I would have been like, I guess you get whatever I get.
Exactly.
You just cut it.
Just cut it yourself. How about that?
And I was just like, man, like I bet he's like that all the time.
I'm sure he is. He just seemed like he's just so annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, he just doesn't seem like he has a lot of fun. He just seems like he's very dry and kind of boring, and he just works a lot. He might have a fun personality, but to me, he just doesn't. He just seems kind of blah.
I wonder if he's ever ran before.
Like jog?
Yeah, like ran.
I know he don't look like it, right? He don't look like he got a treadmill or nothing.
Yeah, or think about
sneakers. Do you even own a pair of sneakers?
You see what I'm saying? like if his thing was computers and like being in there,
yeah,
I can't imagine. Like, all the fun that you have when you're a kid and you run around and you do all that. How if he never did all that?
But he's not overweight, so he got to be doing something right. Or maybe he just eats really healthy.
He's not underweight. I mean, he's not like he's not like a perfect specimen.
Oh my God, he probably invented like some pill that you take and just like burns all the fat. I don't know. But
they used to have all these rumors about his home, talking about his home is so futuristic. You walk in, it detects the amount of temperature that you want in the room. I was like, all right.
I'm sure. That sounds about right though.
If it's Microsoft, it's like, this whole buggy? Why is it not working? Reboot?
All these glitches.
Yeah, for real. They said he built it to the side of a mountain or something like that, his house.
What? That's crazy.
To conserve on energy and all that kind of stuff.
Wow. I mean, I'm sure living with that amount of money it can be glamorous, but him and his wife, they just don't look like glamorous people. They just look real chill, simple, basic. Like they just probably enjoy nice homes and electronics, but they don't look like they're about, like the luxury part of life. And it could be, who knows? They may eat lobster.
I think they're big on going to Africa.
Oh, really?
I'm not even sure if you call it help.
I'm about to say trying to take over. That's what that really means.
Now they're trying to eradicate certain like diseases.
Oh, that's dope.
Out of it. But then a lot of people always give rumors about him trying to poison people versus.
Yeah, of course.
But it's all that kind of stuff, like even Red Cross, like how do you trust anything like that?
Exactly. I mean, you got this super duper light skinned man. I say light skin because I didn't really want to call him white, but
I was like, who's light skin?
He's super light skin. When going into Africa, they're just like, who is this person? Like, we're supposed to trust him, But the world.
I guess if you're rich, I guess you get trusted. quicker, right?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, is he the richest man in the world?
Second.
Who's the first?
Elon Musk right now.
Oh, dang.
But it might be Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Bill Gates. But I think he's second. But, Elon Musk goes up and down.
So Jeff Bezos, he got a divorce too, right?
Yeah,
His
he
wife
did.
took like half of everything. That's crazy. Maybe that relationship inspired Bill Gates' wife to be like, you know what?
Even another richest man, a lot of the top richest people have gotten divorces. Elon Musk divorced 3 times.
I mean, it's obvious though. Like I'm sure all they do is work. I would think so. I would think all they do is work. And then as a wife, you just like, I mean, the money is great, but then how do you enjoy it? You just travel by yourself?
But is there a way to make both where both can exist?
Yeah, Jay-Z and Beyonce. Aren't they both millionaires? Billionaires?
Yeah, but you don't think, like behind the scenes, you think they're making it work?
Yeah, they're making it work. They got to. I feel like Jay-Z, because he cheated on Beyonce, I feel like he just her little lapdog.
Yeah.
Like wherever she is, he is. Like I feel like he just got to do whatever she say. I don't know. That's what I see. When I see their pictures, she looks like she is in control of the relationship. Like now she has to say so. Like he has to do whatever she say. And I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying by the looks of the photos, he don't look like the man. Like she looks more of like the alpha now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it is because of what happened, or maybe that's just what I see. But she looks like she's definitely in charge of that relationship.
So you do feel confident that there is a way to not only get rich, but stay together while getting rich.
I think so.
Me too.
If both of y'all are getting money, then yeah. But if
I like that answer. Yeah.
if both of y'all are hustling, that makes sense. But if it's just one person hustling and the other one's just chilling, then no, I don't think it will really work like that.
Yeah.
Because one person is working, the other person is spending the money. Then when do y'all really like get together and just bond?
Well,
I mean, you can, but
according to social media, that's the way relationships are supposed to go, where the man makes 100% of everything, and the woman is pampered.
Wow.
And spoiled.
But that's the thing. I remember hearing that on maybe Clubhouse, or maybe you mentioned it or something, where they said that a woman wants like a old school traditional, I guess, marriage where the man goes out, works, put the food on the table, and then the woman is like the housewife. But then most women who want a man like that can't even do housewife duties. They don't know how to cook, they don't know how to clean, they don't know how to do the things that their grandmother did, but they want the man to be like their grandpa, but they don't want to be like their grandma, so it's just like
That's crazy. It
is crazy. So but me, the way I look at relationships, it's not equal to me. I don't think that a woman should make more than a man, or a man should make more than a woman, or it should be equal. I think that both people in a relationship should have goals and work hard together and separate. But yeah, I don't think it should be equal at all. But then also, if a woman makes more, if a man makes more, who cares? As long as both of y'all working and y'all working hard, then y'all striving to get to the top, then get to the top.
But I think it does mess up ego though. Like if men have ego, and that's what helps put them in a competitive mode. And then your wife makes, let's say, triple, double, whatever it is, more than you. And next you know, when it comes to certain decisions, the power dynamic change, because you got to ask her.
Well,
can I get this wallet? And she's like, not right now. You're like, I'm not a man.
Oh my God, I could definitely see that. I have a few coworkers who remind their husbands that they make more money than them. And I'm like, you can't do that. I think that's just so messed up. I really think that it's so wrong for you to tell your husband, no, you can't buy that because I make more money than you and you're spending my money. It's like, it's not your money.
No. But see, you have that with the mindset now. But let's say a year from now, you're making $20 million.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm trying to break down this and that. He's like, do you know how much, how you're trying to check someone real quick? Like, hold on, do you know how much money I make? I understand this, right? It's my fault. It's like, oh no, I just making sure you I understand. So I feel like there is a moment where you have to humble whoever you're with when they're trying to get a little bit too much bite. You know?
That's true. But I mean, at the same time, if I'm making 20 million and you're making 100,000, I would be like, to me, it's I don't know. I just don't see money like that. I don't know how to explain it. It would just be our money, like I would just put all of it in our joint account anyway. And if you spend it, you spend it. I don't really care.
Yeah, I just buy whatever I want.
Yeah, you buy whatever you want. And I wouldn't even check you. I wouldn't even be like, well, I made that money, so you need to ask me for permission. Like, I wouldn't even care. You know me. I
love that.
When
Look
I get
at this.
paid, I put majority of it in the check-ins in our joint. And then I just give myself like a little $200 allowance for 2 weeks. And that's like fast food
That's
and,
funny.
clothes,
Look, this is, I'm glad this is being recorded. So this is
God.
locked in.
Look, it's been like that since we've been together. Mm-hmm. I really do not pay attention to that at all. It's like once I get my paycheck, like literally as soon as I get paid, I'm broke that same day because I just transfer it to our account, and then I give myself a $200 allowance like every 2 weeks. That's all. Like, don't ask me to borrow money because I don't have money. I only have $200.
That's the best way. Look, that's the best way right there.
I'm broke. Like, as soon as the money hits the account, I am broke. Like, I don't even touch it.
Yeah, we shovel it in.
Yeah, you just keep adding to the pile, to the family pile.
Well, we got this big goal, and you like, yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I just add it to the family pile, and then my 200, like I make sure it lasts until the next time I get paid. So
watch it propagate. That's the word.
What does that mean?
Propagate. Mm-hmm. Propagate is when you make something multiply.
I like that.
Like sometimes people give tell rumors and propagate a lie, or when you plant certain like fruits or vegetables, it propagates.
Ooh,
you see what I'm saying?
I like that.
And so what we're doing now, dropping a few seeds.
Yeah, let it
watching
propagate.
it propagate.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm trying
It's a good word,
to do.
right?
It is a good word.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it should be like that. I think all relationships should be like that.
I think all should look. You hear the whole thing, do what works, right? Mm-hmm. But then you got to think there's only a few things that work.
Right.
It always goes back to, like think about it, like up and down. You can't really change how convenient up and down is for whatever it is.
Yeah.
And when it comes to relationships, when it comes to, at least with us specifically, having that joint, having the family goal.
Exactly.
And just literally shoveling as much money into there and opportunities and different things that we do in creative. And then you see that grow.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what better move is there? You have your own, then you have you all's.
Exactly. And I don't even touch you alls.
Exactly.
I only got $200, so don't ask me to borrow. Don't borrow no money. Don't ask me nothing. I got $200. That's it.
And no one had to tell you that, right? Like,
no, nobody. Not even my mom.
How'd you learn to be so easy going when it came to that? Because that's a big thing when it comes to some people. Some people's like, we've been married 20 years and we still got our own accounts.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know growing up, my parents did have a separate account and they did have a joint account. So maybe that did influence what we're doing, but they never told me how they divvied up the money or anything like that. I just know that they did have a joint account and that was like strictly for the bills in the family. So maybe that did influence how I do it. But as far as like the allowance that I gave myself, I just know that $100 a week is really all that I need for like gas and food, and then shopping, so it's like, I don't really need anything. And, I mean, I just thought that $200 was a good allowance.
Well,
for
first
myself.
off, $200 a week is much more than I do for myself.
But yeah, $200 every 2 weeks.
Oh, every 2 weeks.
So I only give myself $100 a week.
Yeah, I'm at about $35 per week, mainly because $25 for gas.
Your car is
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
And then the other 10 is pretty much miscellaneous.
Yeah.
This and that because I'm like, I'm not gonna get fast food. Skip that. Second, I'm like, I'm gonna go shopping. I'm gonna go buy myself a nice shirt.
No, you don't shop at all.
Yeah, don't shop. I just really focus on work and just build. And I'm just like, and here's the thing, I enjoy that more than anything.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I'm not a shopper. I spend, but I spend for you. I'm a shop for you, me, the boys.
And you got that eye.
Me. Yeah, I got that eye. But I mean, I think a lot of people should think like that. Just think that you're broke all the time. If you give yourself an allowance, technically you would never be broke because you're constantly just putting money into like your savings or an account that you just can't touch. You just give yourself an allowance, And I actually shared that with all my coworkers, and a majority of them are doing that. I want to say actually all of them are doing that, and it's working for them. Like, they're seeing their savings account grow. They have more money than they ever had, because I say you just have that broke mentality. Like, you know, you're not broke, but just pretend that you are so you don't spend. Ding. You know what I mean? Like, because when you get your paycheck, you see this money and like, oh, I got a lot of money. I could do this, this, and this. And then before you know it, you live in paycheck to paycheck. I'm like, no, just put majority of it to the side. Give yourself an allowance and just act like you broke. Yeah, you can still enjoy the fruits of your labor. You can still travel. You can still go out to eat, but just kind of budget it. You know what I mean? So like, even when we did Hawaii, we could have balled out, you know, but when I booked the flight, it was cheap. When I booked the hotel, I didn't even know we booked like a penthouse, you know, like a suite on a penthouse floor, you know, but that was a good deal. And then when we actually got to go to Hawaii, we really had no budget because we saved so much on just the travel. It was like, we could do whatever we want.
Whatever, yeah.
You know, so I think people should kind of like change their mindset when it comes to money. Because I feel like a lot of people could have way more than what they have if they just had a broke mentality. Just think you're broke.
That's like perfect.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Acting like you're broke will keep you rich.
For real. That's what I do. I'm broke, girl. No, I ain't going out to eat tonight. No, I'm just kidding. Like, I would never turn down a date, a dinner, or nothing.
I ain't going out to eat tonight. And tonight's my birthday.
Look, I never turn that down. But you know.
Anything else you would like to share with the people?
No, you know, just stay safe. COVID's still out there. I don't know if I'm just reminding y'all, but I got to remind myself.
Yeah, and I pray for those in India.
Oh, I know.
Hope it gets better out there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I hope it all goes better. But yeah, thank you all.
Yes, I missed y'all. I really did.
Yeah, I did. It was fun.
I know.
Thanks for joining us, and we will definitely see you later. Yeah. Peace out. Later. And don't forget to think about what you ask before you ask it, because judgment and curiosity cannot coexist. Peace.